Okay. Yeah.
By the way,
So
if
I.
you want to get started and kick things off, I might go grab water.
Okay. Cool. Um, Here, stay here for a second, just while I get this audio set up, because now all of a sudden I'm hearing you out of my um monitor. Can you talk again?
Yep.
Okay.
Test,
Cool.
test, test.
Awesome. Hi everyone. Just getting started here. Let us know in the chat if you can hear us all right. Last time I think my mic was a little quiet, but I think I fixed that now. Um, but if you can hear us and see the screen and everything, then we can get started here. Awesome. Cool. I think we are all set up. If you want to get some a drink or something, Ryan, I can get us I can get us moving.
Cool.
So awesome. We're about ready to roll here. So today we're going to be working some more, plugging away on this Mirage inspector, which we've been doing for the last 2 weeks. And man, this thing is going to be awesome because basically since our work last week, I've used this thing like 4 times just answering questions, and it's awesome, man.
Nice.
Our faces are, I feel like they're closer this time than they have been in the past. Like we're about to, like I could lick your face if I just went like this. It almost looks like we're in the same room because my couch is aligned with your couch. Can you see that?
I cannot. I'm gonna go grab my headphones so I can do like YouTube on the iPad.
I want to see if I can squish your head.
Bring up. Wait, do you have the Ecamm software open right now?
Yeah, you can't see it, I think, because it's on my laptop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, zoom out. I know that has a setting where you can zoom out.
No, I just made it wide, so I think it's a little bit better. But it just actually looks really funny because our couches are lined up. Oh, I was confused because it's the white part of my background, not my brick wall back there. Okay, cool. Um, let's get this bad boy fired up. Made a few tweaks since last week, so let's see if this is as stable as it was. We're using Gatsby's cache, which is notoriously a little unreliable, and Monkey Patch console log in a few places to give us a little quality of life improvements here. So we'll see how much this bubble gum and shoestring improvements hold up here. What are you most excited about the inspector, Ryan?
Well, I want to hook this up to a database so we can save configs and share them.
Yes. So this inspector has helped me already answering about 4 questions in the last like 5 days or so. So at the end of last week, we had it. It was working locally, but it couldn't deploy because Gatsby. It's kind of nice how it does this because Gatsby builds in the server. You have this built-in idea where incrementally as you're developing something, you know whether it will break in node or not instead of waiting till the end, right? And
Mhm.
so I opened up like a PR build last week, and yeah, it just like didn't work because CodeMirror was trying to instantiate, on in the server, and it doesn't work there. So I moved that stuff to like use dynamic import, which I don't know if we talked about that, but it was pretty cool.
Wait, whoa. Okay, so it's like it was trying to like build the shell, which requires like there's like code mirror code in there that doesn't work in
Exactly.
Node. I'm surprised you didn't wrap it in like if window or something type
Well,
of window.
it was even the import that was causing the problem.
Oh, Pretender style, Mirage style.
Exactly. So,
So why didn't you make a code mirror in Node polyfill?
yeah, because I've been down that road, buddy. So yeah, both code mirror right here on line 29 and on line 32, the JavaScript mode are imported lazily in an effect.
Oh, cool.
So that was it. That's what I did. there was this loadable components thing. Like when you first search Gatsby for like Gatsby, like client side only JavaScript, they have this like page with 4 different options for how to solve the problem. And one of them is like the main one they recommend is like loadable components, but we didn't actually need that. We just needed to call import dynamically like this.
And I have a question about this. Does your effect, this is going to run on every render? Is that what you want? Because values changing?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't use dependency arrays.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure it's all cached,
Yeah. So the like import is takes care of all that for you.
I think so. Yeah. I guess we'll see.
Oh my God, I need to introduce you to this async await thing that JavaScript has.
You know what though, man? You have to call that, and also Dan Abramov tweeted that he doesn't like it, so I'm vindicated in my.
Wait, what?
You can't, if you async await, you can't do anything while the thing is happening. Doesn't matter. It's actually not relevant here because I don't do anything in between anyways. No, if I use async await here, I have to do like this, right? Async f equals.
Yeah, and then invoke f, which actually kind of sucks in a hook, but I or in an effect, but I still think it's good.
Okay.
The reason I think it's good is because you don't have to do this let code mirror thing.
Right. That actually, when I wrote that, I was like, yeah. So Robin just said the import is cached, but pretty sure that the dot then will be fired every time. So let's clean up Sam's little cowboy coding session from the weekend here really quick. Okay, so first we're gonna do async await. So first of all, here's the thing actually working. So we see that it actually works, right? I didn't screw everything up. And this is all pretty cool. I can change this. Oh, we had another bug. And now if I change this to do as a model, and I come back here, then we see the new, should see the new table here. Oh, we might be having an error. We have a lot of error handling and stuff to do as well. Okay, there we go. It just worked. We also need, because it takes sometimes a while for all this stuff to work, we need to get a little loading thing. Anyways, lots of ideas. It's great. We're actually using it. And so, so many ideas here. Okay, let's try this. So you're saying I can move all this. I can say let code mirror equals await import.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be like, you probably need to destructure because it looks like it's imported module.default. Yeah. And then, and then you have to wrap the await in parentheses. And this is kind of
this
a thing that, no, the await, the beginning of await.
Like this?
Yeah, I think, I
so.
think. And then before the dot default, I think you need a paren.
Oh.
So now we're going to await the import and then pull default off that promise.
I see.
And there might even be a way to destructure this, right? So you can do like let code mirror : default, however that works.
And then I just do that. I mean, that is pretty nice.
Yeah. And it would be nicer if you could just make the effect async, but effects have to return a cleanup function, and async returns a promise, so you lose that.
Pretty dumb. All right, this looks pretty.
So
good.
did that work? Did that work?
Looks like it, man.
Huh. Surprised.
Database, there it is. To-dos table has no records. All right, cool. Okay, let's check out this Robin's comment here. The dot then will run. So basically,
which I think we want this to run because doesn't line 35 change? Like, doesn't value change every time?
But it looks like this is just this is the thing that handles the changing of the thing.
Oh. Okay.
This is
Okay.
just
So
the
then,
instance of the thing. So yeah, basically every time I change this, we're rerunning this entire effect, which is kind of a drag.
but you only want to run this when the component initializes, right?
I guess so.
So why don't we just on line 62 add an empty dependency array?
Because we're gonna get
And then
yelled at.
what are we depending on here that we
On
need to
change in
specify?
value.
You know, but we don't wait. Where is on change coming from?
I feel like this is just we're gonna end up with the same end result. On change is being passed into config editor here.
Right, and we don't care about value because you said that value is just for initialization, right?
Yes.
You know, one way to just kind of punt on this and hide all this is to just use something like on mount, which is going to hide all this.
Yeah.
And that is what we want. I mean, it is on mount.
There's a battle raging inside of me. The spirit of Dana Abramov is telling me not to think about use effect like use mount. Look, it's still running every time I change something.
Yeah,
because of value.
Because of value, yeah. But this effect.
Let me reload some of this into my mental cache here because I haven't thought about this in a few days, and I have a memory of a goldfish. So this is config editor, and if we open up inspector is rendering config editor right here. The config input is the value, and on change. Okay, so config editor is like a control component in essence. The state is up here. It's value, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
why do you need the value
to splice into the iframe shell, which you then add to the you render into the sandbox. So it's like data down, actions up. So we pass in the initial config input, which could be empty. It doesn't matter, but we need it on change. And the on change is what we need. So the source, so value is like the source of truth that lives in this root in this ancestor component. If that makes sense, it lives in the inspector.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then config editor edits the config, and then inspector parent here uses the config along with the iframe shell to render the sandbox, which actually runs the iframe and runs Mirage. So that's why we put the state in this ancestor, because it's needed by both the config editor and the sandbox. So
okay.
But hold on, I think we can think our way through this. So let's see what this function does. It sets config input. But really,
I have a question. Why is value passed into the config editor? Because why is value passed into config editor?
It's like initial value.
Okay.
So that when you reload this, we start off with this thing, but it's fine. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. You're saying
I'm not saying it should or shouldn't. I'm trying to understand, because like if value changes, if config input changes, the idea is that shouldn't change the editor.
Well, that's the question. If we were to have like an exercise selector right here and you click on one, you would kind of think it's like the parent's responsibility, I guess. And basically, I think we thought about this working like a text area or something like that. And the data flow shouldn't be interrupted in a sense. So like, it should be able to work.
Okay, I buy that.
The problem is that if this handle input change guy set state right here, then it's going to re-render, but we don't actually need it to because this has already done it. So I guess this is a case of like, this is like an optimization case in a sense. Where we can say like on change is memoized or something like that, or use callback, one of these two things, right? Or something.
Yeah. But that's not. I don't think we need to go down that road unless we're having performance issues.
Well, yeah, I'm tempted to leave it alone right now because even though it's running every time, which seems a little ridiculous, it's like.
What about having two
exactly.
effects here? You have one effect that does a setup, and then you have another effect that basically changes the editor based on value.
Calls like editor ref dot whatever the API is for setting the current contents.
Also, I think your use case for having a selector that changes the exercise is valid. I think that's totally valid. I guess that wouldn't work right here because
we don't have anything set up.
Well,
this is not going to ever run again because
exactly. Okay, I'm fine with leaving this.
Yeah, Robin pointed out your on change will also change because you didn't use callback. So yes, both value and on change. Ryan, can you see the comments, by the way? We should really get this set up where you can see it or it's in the chat or whatever.
I can't. I'm trying to load up YouTube on the iPad, but your account is logged. Your account is logged into the iPad, and I literally cannot. I cannot log out without entering your password.
I see. Can you do it?
And I don't want to.
You don't want to ask me my password on air?
on stream, yeah.
You could open an incognito window. Robin also you just need to be having a conversation with Robin, and I just need to do what y'all tell me to do because you're on the same wavelength. He just said, what I would do is create two effects, one for loading and importing code mirror and one for setting up the handler.
Cool. Awesome.
Setting up the handler. Setting up the data flow, I think is what he means, right? Okay, so let's just pull this out then, right? So let's just have another effect. I need you, buddy. You're gonna have to look up from that iPad and watch me here because I'm about to go off the rails.
I'm just catching. I'm just catching up.
Are you watching? Are you watching Narcos right now?
Yeah. Tiger King. That's the new hotness.
That's what you have to. Apparently, you have to watch it. Okay, so we're gonna do something real simple here. We're gonna keep it real simple. If editor ref is empty, then we're going to go ahead and do all this jazz and create this with the initial value. And now if we do this will still depend on value. So actually we don't want to do this here, right? So we're gonna roll this back a little bit and simplify this. I'm just going to do one thing at a time here. So if I comment this out and we save this, when we reload this, we should get an editor instance, but it shouldn't have any of the initial config because we're literally just instantiating it here.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So this is basically instantiating code mirror. And this guy is going to be like actually instantiating. So, and this we can do once on a init, right? And we could also like clean this up. I don't even think I had any cleanup code in here last time, like editor code mirror.destroy or something like that, right?
Yeah.
We're learning React.
How's your computer doing?
It's struggling. Can you tell?
Yeah, a little.
Wait, what was it? Just because it's like taking a while?
Slow. It's a lot slower than when we normally pair.
Okay, actually instantiating, and then every time I type here, if it's only for initial value, you could do const default value, use ref props value inside the effect. You could use default value.current. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think it will eventually not just be the initial value, though. I think we want to set up a thing where, like, if value changes, go ahead and set that as the value for the editor.
There's an interesting thing here where it's like who actually owns the value, because I'm sure CodeMirror inside of it has its own value tracking.
Yeah.
And if we're like constantly updating it, and that might, who knows? Just
Yeah,
who
I know.
knows
That's what I was saying when I was saying about the memo and the callback thing wasn't as much about optimizing it. It was more about drawing a boundary around the CodeMirror editor instance, which is like this little island of the app that needs to like control its own state. It's like a D3 graph or like an uncontrolled component, right? I think that's what they call it, like where you let the DOM manage its own state, basically. And so that way, when you
okay.
like instead of doing the controlled component approach like you do with a text area, where like as soon as I hit a keystroke, React is going to like grab that event and not do anything with it, and so the text area doesn't update. What happens is you handle the keystroke in the parent, and then you send the new value down, and then React re-renders, so you have one re-rendering and it's by React. In our case, we don't want to do that because we don't want to reinvent CodeMirror, so we want to let it update its state on its own, report back to us, and then if the parent happens to set state and the value gets changed, well, maybe we could just for now do something simple like if value is not equal is different, then go ahead and update the contents of the CodeMirror thing. But we don't even really have to worry about that right now. I think we just do it naively for now to start,
Yeah, yes. And there's also like this, even in Ember, this is kind of hard to do, where it's like I want you to have to track your own value, but then I also want you to be aware that I can change value, and when I do that, you need to update it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that always gets a little hairy. So
yep. It's literally like I've run into this problem like 3 times in the last year learning React, and the people on Twitter always basically say like, oh, it's like a sort of controlled, sort of uncontrolled component, and this is like a hairy part of this stuff, and so it's just kind of interesting. But I think we can get around it. So okay, so this effect is gonna take care of CodeMirror. That's great. That's fine. Seems good. And then we're gonna have another effect that is going to make sure that the value is actually. So this is kind of what's weird though, is like.
Also too, can we just, before we move on, do you need the if statement on line 28? Because on line 39, you've basically specified that this thing only runs once.
Exactly. Good catch. Oops. What's going on here?
Close the function. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Okay, so what I'm confused about now is, let's say we do another effect here to set value and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think we're going to run into what we just talked about, where it's like, where is this? Is it uncontrolled, controlled? Yeah, let's see what it looks like.
But like, if we just do this, and I say like something like, I need to use basically editor ref.current and like add my on change handler. Let's just try this first, right? But like when this guy runs, this needs to run logically after this guy runs. So this is like I don't like this.
Yes, I agreed.
I kind of want to go back to the super naive way and then.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I understanding this better now, I don't think we should touch it until we need to do the sidebar changing.
Right.
Because that's going to require thinking anyway.
It's inefficient, but I don't. We can deal with it later when it becomes a problem. I would just rather keep momentum up on the main stuff right now. We can come back and tackle this one later.
Yep.
And it might just end up looking like some imperative code inside of here that like checks if the props have changed. It basically runs once here. It checks if the props have changed to stop doing unnecessary work, but like it doesn't matter. This can run all day and it just won't do anything after the first time. You know what I'm saying? That would be my first step, I think.
And then just while we're here, like, do we want to do a cleanup function?
We can just do this right here too. Like I can just move this. We only need to do this once, right? If we don't have an editor current. So boom.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're not like passing this in as a ref to like a text area. This is, yeah.
Yeah, so now this should actually only run once. I looked for a cleanup thing. I couldn't find one, so
there's no like code mirror.destroy.
I think there was, but
it didn't work.
Yeah. Hi, there we go. Okay. All right. We fixed that problem. Code mirror. No. This is like the most confusing website ever. Destroy. Yeah, there's like a to text area that does this. New code mirror. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, couldn't find it. Clean up, destroy, remove, delete. No. Hide, unhide. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was only the one for the from text area.
I guess since this is only running once and
well, yeah, right now it runs every time I switch back to config, so we can fix that too, so it's always there. But it doesn't really. Let's just yeah.
It's something we're gonna have to address at some point. So I figured we should just do it while it's in our minds.
I don't think there is a cleanup. I think to text area, remove the editor and restore the original text area. If you dynamically create and destroy editors made from text area without destroying the form they're part of, you should make sure to call to text area or its submit handler, and the form will cause memory leak. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we should call to. Why don't we do that? Why don't we return a function that does code mirror editor ref.current.to text area?
No, but we don't. We're not using from. We're not creating it with from text area. We're creating it by passing in a ref to a div. So we're using the new constructor. We're not calling code mirror.from text area. So this is specifically a cleanup to restore a form that you had it in, but we don't have that. We're literally just rendering a div.
Oh, so we don't even have a text area. Okay.
So they don't, and that's a fine way to create it. I mean, they tell you that how to create it. You can just you can new it up. I guess you don't even need new, but then they don't tell you basically how to remove it. You know, so maybe it just cleans itself up.
I wonder if to text area ends up cleaning it up anyway, even though we're not coming from a text area.
I refuse to call to text area on this code. I will we can look at GitHub and see.
Do they have tests?
It's like so hard to even find how to get to the GitHub for this.
Command F issues.
They're rewriting it. There's like a new version coming out. It's great. There's just some strange things about it. Destroy, cleanup. No issues.
Cleanup.
Go to cleanup. Ryan, the people want a show, and we're not giving them a show here. You're making me clean up after myself. To text area. I prefer to avoid adding a separate cleanup method. Would it be difficult to restructure code to null references to code mirror that are no longer alive? So yeah, I think it's designed to work where it's garbage collected like normal code is. So
okay. So then we're good.
I think so. Yeah.
Which is strange though, because it's adding.
It's adding an event handler on itself, not on anything else. So
Okay.
it can
Okay.
it could use this to keep track of that and to remove them all. Not worried about it. Let's proceed. Okay, so where are we at here? So yeah, what's next?
Uh, can we do all types of requests? So we can do get requests,
No.
posts. Yeah. So why don't we get post requests?
Let's
Should we be writing tests for this?
can we write tests after we get it to a point where I can actually use it, since I really want to use it regularly? I guess it's
Okay.
going to be a while. You know what we should do is get the error handling stuff in here. I mean, yeah, we should be writing tests for it. I mean, we will eventually.
We have the testing framework set for this, so I think we can pretty quickly write tests, and we're not going to use Mirage or anything like that right now. So
Right.
yeah, I say post requests or error handling. The error handling stuff would be really nice to have test set up for.
Yeah, I agree. And I kind of
Because
want that
there's-
next, because every time I've used this so far, every time I'm like pasting things and I forgot to do an import and I have no idea why. So
Okay. Why don't you start a test and let's see how far we can get in 5 minutes? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get
5 minutes, okay, 50
Yeah.
times 10.
5 minutes. I just want to see how far we can get.
Cool.
Open up. Do a Cypress test. Yeah, just copy any one of those.
How do I like Cypress? I just want to say like assert okay or whatever. How do I do that?
I think like expect. I think you might have expect as a global.
Is my computer just gonna give up when it starts
I know
running
once you.
Cypress?
What,
I feel like this might be one too many things.
this is by far the best way to test this. I think.
For sure, I'm just saying because there's a lot going on right now. I'm streaming. I'm running code that I wrote, which is always less efficient than it could be.
Not calling cleanup functions.
Not calling cleanup functions. Where the heck is my assertions? API.
Yeah.
All assertions. I just want like what is the okay true expect.
I think you do
one
expect true
to be.
one.
Look at that IntelliSense. One like this.
Yep.
And then what do I do?
Open up package.json. I followed their thing and I can never remember this. Go to, there's one that's like
Open or run?
sci open.
This test is it?
Sci colon.
What are these ones? This is CI, right?
You already have the development server running, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would do sci open, and let's see what this does. I think I might have set this up to run on port 9000 because that's what Gatsby serve runs off of. And if it is that, we'll just change this to be 8000 while we're doing dev.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's change this to 8000.
Should I restart the Cypress?
I don't know. Try it without. You might just be able to change it.
Computer. I need a Mac Pro for modern web development.
Oh, yeah, I think if you change this to an 8000, then click that try again button.
It auto redid it. It did it
Yeah.
itself. That's pretty cool.
Dude, this is really good.
I have not spent a lot of time with this. Install the Cypress theme. Did you mean to? I can't even write the simplest spec. Why did this autocomplete?
Probably it might be a Jess thing. I think
Oh
this
my
is like chai.
gosh.
Yeah. Two equal.
I don't like it that it's all so different. I don't care which one it is. There we go. Um,
And now try it side up visit inspector. Yeah, man, I know.
wow, look at that.
Pretty cool.
That's
And then
amazing.
let's try to fill something in. And
That's
because like
crazy, man.
so inspect this and you can use this a little if you look up, there's a little bullseye thingy. You can do that and then click the inspector.
Yeah, but this is like going to be weird because this is like code mirror.
Yeah, so
We might need to write a helper or
maybe
something.
yeah, exactly. I was kind of hoping there's like a text area there that we can, or like a content editable that we can just send things to.
I mean,
That'd be
I do
pretty
think
nice.
from text area will basically make that work.
You know what? Maybe we should bring up the code mirror docs and do how to like programmatically change code mirror.
Yeah.
It's something we're going to need to know how to do anyway. And for testing, it would be really useful.
Let's start with something simple, just to see this working. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So right here. So my dev tools don't like this is. Input. Oh, it is. Okay. But this is not what we want. We want a data test ID. So inspector JS. That is like the request. And this is the input right here. Data test. What does everyone do like this? URL.
Yeah. Go to there's a Cypress best practices. It might be, I always mess this up. There might be like a capital involved somewhere. Just best practices, down a little.
Oh.
Under assertions. No, you're on the bottom left of your. Yep, there you go. There's like test IDs
Data
things
star.
in here. Just scroll down. They have an example of one.
Data sci.
No, it's test ID. Okay, yep, test ID.
Okay.
I think it's. I always do test dash ID, and React testing library doesn't like that.
Oh, cool.
Whatever.
It prefers that now. Yeah, I'm used to doing test dash ID too, but I know that they don't like that. So we'll just do this, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, this is very cool. So, man, that's a great little UI thing right there.
Yeah.
So how do you fill in?
The fill-in API is super cool. I think it's like text or something, or
Commands.
yeah. I think you look at like value. I remember it was like way higher level than I thought it would be. See if there's a value. Or it's type.
Mm.
Do you see a type? Yeah, this was it.
Type users, and then how do you submit a form? I guess we can press the button. We can press the button.
Oh, you can do, yeah, you can also do, that was it. You can do curly, enter, and curly. And so it's like you're typing and then hitting enter.
Oh, really?
See that? See in this example, the password?
Nice.
See how it's password 1, 2, 3?
That's
yeah,
awesome.
This was the thing that made me fall in love with
it was Cypress.
this. Yeah.
Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Wow, it's pretty fast too. Well, I guess it's using. Wow. That's amazing. Um, there's a default value we have.
Yeah, because we were trying to make our lives easier last week.
I guess we'll get rid of that, huh?
Yep.
Because we can write a spec if we want to reproduce something, I guess. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We could actually build the thing in here. I guess that's the idea, right?
Yeah. TDD.
Um, request.js default state here is going to be the empty string or just nothing. Um, and I don't actually think we have an on submit handler wired up. Oh, wait, we do.
Yeah, because we have this working. We have it sending GET requests.
Even when you hit enter?
Yeah, I think if you have a button inside of a form,
Right.
enter starts working.
Okay, so how do I redo this guy? It is very weird to me that Cypress runs your app in dev mode.
Cypress, no. Cypress doesn't even run your app. Cypress just goes to a URL and interacts with that URL.
I know. I mean, it's weird that the convention is to run your app in dev mode when you're doing your test suite because there's times where you need a testing environment. You know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we will have we will have variables like window.sci that lets us know we're running in Cypress, so we can like use that as a proxy.
Right. That's basically a equivalent of is environment test. You know?
Yeah, yes, it's really unopinionated because like the Vue CLI testing tools, they build a production app, and then they load up your production app in Cypress
I
and
see.
test with that. And their whole thinking here is like it's an end-to-end integration test. So we want you to be thinking of this as like we're running your production app.
Yeah.
I think it's flexible enough that we can make the call, and I think we'll do it how we do it in Ember and our other apps.
Yeah. Okay. It looks like we have a bug.
Nice.
Love me some bugs. Eat bugs for dinner. / users. You have a component is changing an uncontrolled input of type undefined to be controlled. Input element should not switch. Value on change. What did we change at input request JS 31?
I wonder if on the line the default state needs to be an empty string. I don't know why, but
It's pretty interesting.
Because then we go from not having a value prop to having a value prop with a URL.
Oh, I missed this. Robin, I think you want default to be empty string. Otherwise, I think React will complain about uncontrolled controlled. Wow. Boom. I got to be paying attention to this.
Nice call.
Okay. Let's go back here. Let's rerun this guy. I feel like I should have a bowl of candy right here, and every time I get a test passing, I just get to eat a piece of candy. It's the quarantine. I couldn't help gaining 100 pounds. I'm sorry. All right. This is not working. Oh, because we haven't.
We have no config.
No, we do. We do. And Mirage is actually responding. It's just not showing up here for some reason.
Why was our database empty?
Good call. So the iframe business is we're at iframe inception going on right now.
Well, are we using process.env.nodeenv for our Mirage server?
I don't
know.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, because a new server is like the thing that's inside the config, right? So what does that look like?
It just, remember, we export a new, we just create it.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're right.
We might be
We
two
might have
levels deep. So to explain for the stream, what's happening is, if this is the first time you're seeing this, the way this inspector works right here is this is our Gatsby site. So this is miragejs.com right here in all of its glory. And this is a new route we're working on, which is the inspector. And we take some data here from input. Look at how long the reload takes. And every time this changes, this config here, what happens is that we create a string that uses this file right here, which is a whole HTML document. It uses this package called Plunker, and then it puts this as the source doc on an iframe that's basically hidden right there in our render function. And source doc lets you basically take in the HTML file with assets and everything, and it just puts it in an iframe. So we can run the userland code Mirage server in a little sandbox, so it doesn't interfere with like the functioning of the main website. And so I'm just, now that we're trying to write this test, I'm basically wondering, because already I'm pretty sure Cypress does something similar with our app here, so that it has a sandbox for itself. And so we might be trying to run an iframe in an iframe.
Which we should do. Do we have any references to like window.top or anything like that in our code? Because
There's an
we might.
iframe, your app site, your spec document. So you can do an iframe in an iframe.
Iframes all the way down. Yeah, I think so.
I'm looking for it. Well, we know it's running because we have this. The console log is coming back, so it is here.
We might just have code that's referencing the topmost window, but really we want, and this is good. We're like finding bugs. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, the database, send the database to window top, and we don't want to do that. We want to send it to the one who instantiated it. So good call, dude. All right. So I think the way we do this is that we had this figured out actually, where we send like a success boot message, and there was the event that the iframe sends to the parent contains a reference to itself. But we actually need a reference to the window here.
Is there a way where you can do, because don't we have like, is there a way where in the iframe we can get the parent? It might even be something like window parent, but maybe
window
like pull up
self, he said.
Window.self.
Robin, should we just pull him in here and let him write
Yeah,
all this code
yeah. Thanks, Robin.
Let's check this out. Window self is a read-only property that returns the window itself as a proxy. Should we just try it?
Yeah.
iframe window self. Window MDN window top. Returns the topmost window in a hierarchy.
Okay, cool.
Check if the parent window is an iframe or not. If self is equal to top. All right, should we try it? Basically just changes to self.
Cool. So window.self is really another way of saying like window.parent. Or like window.self is my parent.
I don't know yet. I'm not sure. Did this work? Rebuilding. Okay, there we go. Come on, code. You can do it. Rebuilding. Okay. So if we see a database here, we should be able to go back to test and see it working.
Oh, I think last week we were movie to like iCloud Drive. Did we ever change that?
Oh,
I think that was like the one tweak we were going to make to try to.
I think I did
You
change
don't. You
that.
don't. You don't have to check it now. We can.
Oh, I have to check it, buddy. I think I did change it. It's not doing it.
Okay.
I think it's just sad.
I think
It's
every
tired.
week we should try something.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
until we get to running in Linux and
OBS. The day I install OBS on my machine is iframe immediate parent window. Parent window. Parent. Window.parent. Okay. Let's try that one. Parent should be a stable reference, right? Because we control it. Oh yeah, look, it worked. Wow, it actually worked
oh,
over hot module reloading. That's pretty
then I
crazy.
definitely don't trust it.
Run all tests. Isn't it funny? We're sitting there like, oh, parent. Parent is actually logically what we want. Parent would be great. And it's like, yeah. Database
Yeah, I wonder.
empty.
I
Oh, there
wonder.
we go. Cool. So, you know
Cool.
what just happened? Um,
We might have more code that references.
yeah. Yep. Window.top. The other thing is that I was going to say is that right now we have like a race condition in here because this guy is like waiting to be initialized while this guy is typing. So if it happened to take a while, then it wouldn't work.
Oh. Weren't we going to say something like on?
On 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 success or whatever, Mirage
Yeah.
has set up and all of the plunker dependencies is pulled in. It just makes it complicated because it's async basically.
Yeah. I do think that we can write a Cypress
It
command,
actually just
which is like
happened. It actually just happened.
you saw it. Cool.
Yeah. It hit enter, but it didn't show up because the thing hadn't been
It
instantiated
had
yet.
been right. So I think there's a few things we can do for that. I think one is like the ideal. This might be too hard, but the ideal would be like, yeah, you can hit enter and we'll just wait until the thing is ready before sending the request.
Right.
The other thing is we can write a Cypress helper, which is really wait for Mirage, and we can figure out how to do that. I think that's pretty. I think we can do that. I
On
think there's
request,
examples.
Inspector, handle message. On request. Where does that come in?
Yeah.
Request.
That's a prop.
Request equals handle request. Right here. So basically we could do a loop right here.
Yep.
That's not too bad actually, and it feels like it might be
Yeah, it's
easier than
it's like future. It's like also like hardening our code. So
yeah.
I do like that.
Okay.
Is it possible to write a test for this? Is it possible to write a test where like Mirage takes 10 sec?
Well, we have a failing
seconds.
test right now. I mean, it might sometimes fail and it might sometimes
But it's like
pass.
race. Yeah, it's like race condition. Is it possible to write like a failing test? And we don't have to. I'm just throwing that out there. Like,
I think this is going to be a good enough proxy for that. Whoa.
I guess that's true. If like we have CI, if we have CI running this thing on every PR, eventually they're going to start failing.
Well, this is literally we haven't had it pass yet. So the race condition is so bad that what if it's a 90% failure rate or 99%?
I say, yeah.
It's bad enough
Okay, cool.
that we have good coverage, I think. So, but yeah, I mean, I like where your head's at. Okay, so we need a new thing here in the iframe shell, because the iframe shell here is going to do all this stuff. Server DB dump. basically right here is success.
Yeah.
Um, so why don't we just not add
You can.
anything right here and just say once we have the database, um, right here, we can set Mirage is ready or whatever to true.
Yep. I like it.
Um, what should we call this? Sandbox init. Sandbox did init or something.
Sandbox Online.
Is loaded. Is loaded.
Yeah.
Sandbox
Is
Online is
re-
kind of
is ready.
Sandbox
Is
Online is
ready.
kind of fun. Is ready. Sandbox. No fun allowed in programming. All right. And we'll just do this here
And
for
then
now, but maybe we'll do it elsewhere, somewhere else, later. But this is fine.
yeah.
Default it to
And then
false.
yeah. And then, funny enough, speaking of following your Twitter heroes, um, isn't there something that they always say, like, if you're setting multiple pieces of state, that's the time when you should think about use reducer.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
Sandbox is ready could be like DB is not the empty string or
Derived.
whatever.
Yeah.
But actually, the database could be this thing, so it's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I still haven't used reducer yet. I understand it conceptually, but so
I think we can do something here where it's like, if Sandbox is not ready, are we going to get closed over stale state here? I think we might be. Yeah, we will be.
maybe we should not try to do this.
Yeah, this is. I
This is going
mean,
to be harder.
the quick and dirty thing is going to be use a ref, because the ref is going to maintain the state for shareable state between all the renders, which is what we want. But yeah,
Let's not do this now.
Let's use Sandbox. Wait, use Sandbox is ready, and just disable the send button or something.
Okay, but how is the test? How is the test going to know?
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
solve our problem. Yeah.
So can we do some HTML that? Can we put something on the page that we can wait for?
Actually, we could disable the button and wait for the button to not be disabled.
Yeah. Yep.
And or yeah, show a loading message that like the server is loading. Actually, we should just do that. Yep. That's what we should do. Config database. We should add a little thing. Svelte has they do a good job. Did you see Robin said use a state machine instead of Booleans? Should I change my name to David K. Piano now? Man, that guy really made a name for himself, didn't he?
Yeah. Geez, talk about carving out a
bundling right niche here. So this is kind of cool, bundling. So we could have a little
Where does it say? I think I have too many overlays.
It's right here at the very bottom right. So when I type, you'll see a little gray bar down there. You see it?
Here, yep. Okay. I had an overlay.
Oh, my poor computer. Where we could put it down here. We could put it up here. This is all.
Are you thinking or asking?
I'm thinking. I'm thinking. This is all going to be left aligned. I want this to spread out full thing. Server's going to be over here, so I bet it's going to be over here. Why don't we just why don't we do a little loading thing right now? Because that will actually help me when I use this thing. What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah.
Server. H2. MX Auto. MX Auto. Oh, because you're flex or something? No, that wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, that
Oh,
there's
there it
no.
is. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So I actually want this to be a div, and I want this to be. Man, my IntelliSense is literally taking like 6 seconds to load. Flex, and I'm going to do justify between, and I'm going to have server, and then I'm going to have the loading indicator right here. Sandbox is loading. And we're going to throw some PX on this. Man, this is struggling right now. PX4. Cool, there we go. So we have like a crazy margin on this thing. Yeah, let's throw the margin on the parent here. PX, what did I say, 4?
Yeah.
I do wonder what I'm going to close, like some things. Let's close Slack, calendar, messages. Cool. PX 4. And then client, I'm also going to get rid of that. MX Auto. Cool. So let's make this guy text small, medium, text gray 700, and let's throw this a data test ID of sandbox loading. I'm glad you encouraged me to write tests, Ryan. You know what? I keep you around in my life for positive, healthy habits. And sometimes I doubt myself, but I'm patting myself on the back right now for keeping you around.
I think for every one positive, healthy habit I give you, there's about 9 bad ones. So
It's impossible.
still worth it though.
I'll be the judge of that, dude. I can't wait to get a beer with you, man. Are you are you there with me? Are we on the same wavelength? Like, I just want to leave our WeWork, go across the street, and just drink at our bar,
Yeah.
like, and just pig out. Like, that's all I wanted to do, man. That's all I want to do.
Katie said to me last night, she's like, you realize you might not see Sam for a really long time, right?
Hey.
And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, what are you talking about?
It's like you're used to seeing him like every day of your life for a long time, and it's gonna change.
Oh man.
Dude.
Yeah, I cannot wait to go
Get some
to
grub,
get out of the house.
get some good drinks, man. You know, it's overdue. It really is. Oh my gosh, my poor computer. Okay, so now we got the sandbox is loading guy. All right, let's throw some padding around here. What, Beth? What do you mean that's all? What else? Do more than drink and eat food? Like go bananas? I mean, we've had some bananas nights in the city. That's for sure. But all I want to do is just drink and eat at a bar with people, socialize. That's what I'm looking forward to. I mean, there's a lot I'm looking forward to, but that's one of them. Cool. Why don't we make this a little less ridiculous? How about just loading? How about uppercase this bad boy?
Make it say like compiling, so we sound smart.
It is kind of compiling in a sense because of Plunker. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so this is going to be a
Is
sandbox is ready. Go crazy.
I think you're in the wrong on line 78. That needs to be 80.
Thank you very much. Sweet man, love waiters. This is definitely the easiest way to do this.
And then I don't know the Cypress API for this, but
it worked.
Cool.
In dev. Awesome. So inspector. Okay. And then yeah, wait for. Okay, I'm gonna close all these things. Oof.
I think
for element.
I know that like the assertions automatically wait. So if you did like assert loading does not exist,
right,
it would wait for that thing to disappear and then move on.
Right.
But that's like an assertion. I wonder if there's a
something equivalent to React testing library that says
yes.
Let's just do a should exist. I think we can do that.
But it's like loading should exist, and then it's like loading should not exist.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, the default state is false, so we would just say wait for the loading to disappear. That should be enough.
Right.
Is it just two dot not okay, not exist? Assert not exist. So are we doing assert or expect? Does it matter?
I think we're doing expect, but it doesn't. I think all these node things are.
Yeah, this is not really as good. I mean, it's like it's not as good.
No.
Sandbox loading.
Yeah.
I didn't know you didn't need quotes around that. It's kind of cool. I don't invoke exist. I just write it like that.
No, I think you need to invoke it.
I wonder why
this is also
is like this. You know.
There's also like things that you write where you do like sci.get. I think you might have to do this. So I don't think you want to expect because you're running these assertions in the iframe that has the app in it. So I think like on line 9, you want to copy line 9.
Okay.
Right. Like I don't think you need to use expect. I think you can say sci.exist, sci.get. And then there are commands that you can chain off. So I think it's like dot exists, and that might be it. Dot exists might be enough. You might not even need the should. I think the should is like the bridge that lets you start running chai code on the app window.
Get.
Yep.
Arguments. Where's the return value? DOM element. Should.
See how there's, yeah, I think you can run any of it. Is there like an exists or? Okay, maybe not.
Let's try this. This should be true. Wait. This should be true.
And then just, yep. You also have a book results example in there. I think you can delete that because that ain't going to pass.
Oh. And we want this before we type in.
Yeah.
This is exciting, man.
Yeah, I think once we get in the flow of using these APIs, we'll be a lot faster.
Yeah. Oh, snap. Wait. No, it didn't work because we didn't wait for it to not exist.
I think, yeah. I don't know if this should not, yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just so stupid to me.
I think there's a better API. I think there's a way where you can get the element and you don't have to use should on it.
Also, is there a way should exist in the DOM? Assert right there. Oh, it timed out. I'm trying to find it, but it never found it.
So which one was that? The first one or the second one?
The first one. Is there a way to hide these all of these API requests?
That's a good
isn't
question.
that
I don't
weird?
know. No, because I think if we were not running in dev mode, we wouldn't see this. Right. This is like the
Hot
Gatsby
module
serves that
reloading and stuff. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
there it goes. It got it. Oh, there it goes.
Cool.
Boom.
I wonder if we're ever in a situation where we have like the opposite of the race condition where
I think what happened is it took. Oh yeah, look, it just did what you said, which is the loading. It already worked, maybe because of caching. So really, we just want to not exist. We should never not see the loading indicator if the thing has already worked. If it's so fast that you don't see it, then that's fine with us.
because loading starts off as true.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, there you go.
That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, what do you think I said? Wait, are you, guys doing drugs over there in Jersey? You doing quarantine drugs?
I wish.
Okay. All right, buddy. Just glad we're on the same page here. Glad I'm not flying solo. Okay.
I was like, oh, we should make sure it's there and then continue when it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is pretty awesome. This is pretty awesome, man. I gotta say, this is pretty cool. Database is empty because it's loading. Boom. Boom. Get it.
Nice.
All right, so now we can assert on this JSON here. This is super cool. Okay, so how should we assert on this stuff? I mean, this is like we could go really crazy here. Let's bring in a JSON assertion. Bring a JSON assertion library.
If we can grab the thing in there and we can JSON.parse it, seriously, that might be pretty good. Mm-hmm. And then we can just use, and then I think we can make it local, and then we can use things like expect, rather than trying to write helpers to like side.expect users,
right?
To have, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, let's give it a test ID and see if we can sci.get it.
Oh, love me some new test IDs. All right, let's check it out here. Request config editor.
This is also where Cypress gets weird because it's like async through a sync API. So we're going to be using like callbacks, I think.
Inspector. Come here, inspector, to stringify. Here we go. This is what we want. Data test ID equals
response body.
Yeah, body.
And let's throw a span around that status code.
Oh yeah, we're gonna span it up. Span that bad boy. He didn't even know what just hit him. He's got hit with a span, buddy. Data test ID.
And the dash, yeah.
Code. Response code. Okay. So inspector.spec. That sounds pretty cool. Let's
why is it Russian?
Because it's just that's where we are today, man. Inspector.spec. I can use my little handy dandy inspector here. I'm inspecting the inspector. How much fun is this? Copy that. Wow, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then I want to should contain.
Yeah.
Should have value.
I think it is. I think it's contain. I think so. I don't think you need to use should here. I think you can do contains and then the string. So let's pull up the docs for contains or contain. Because this is where they make it easier. Yeah.
Probably going to be a string 200, not a number.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe it'll pass.
This is really neat. I'm just gonna keep saying that because it is. It's
Seriously, it is.
super cool.
They spend a lot. They spend a lot of time on the UI. Yeah. What is it?
I'm gonna try it with a string.
That. Okay.
Try it with a string. Try it with a string. Socket.io, man. I don't care about you at all right now. I literally don't care about you. Boom. Pass the
God,
test.
that's so cool. It's one thing I love about this too is when you do type, you can actually see it typing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. And I can go back right here and hover this. Look at this, dude. If I hover that and scroll up. Well, it's getting cut off because of my.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like a wacky. It's kind of like a weird. It's doing it. I just can't see it. Also,
It's
doesn't this
off-screen,
make
like
videos? Don't we save these videos or something like that?
Yeah, I think on
Bananas.
our React demo, every CI run that CI does, we save the video, so I can always go in and look at it.
That's ridiculous.
I've looked at it exactly 0 times, but I was
But
pretty
you,
impressed by it.
but you took 8 hours to set it up, so um, this is where you're saying. I mean,
Yeah, so there is
the other thing we can do is yeah.
there is a way where you can get the content, but you have to use a callback because like everything is all sync here. It might be like sci.get then, and then
invoke.
yes.
Let's look up invoke. Dude, this
But
is pretty
we're
cool.
not.
Is Cypress making money?
Yeah, I think they offer a hosted service. Wait, why do we want Invoke? I think
I mean, this is super duper cool. Straight to the bottom.
that's a really loud laugh.
Straight to the bottom. Looking for one comment with 9 upvotes. Invoke text.
Okay.
Can I async this bad boy?
Yeah, yeah, you can. Kind of weird because
Oh, that's cool. Beth, she knows 2 people who got hired at Cypress. It's awesome.
oh, awesome.
Download the React Dev tools for a better development experience. Don't tell me what would make my experience better. I like my experience just the way it is. It's so presumptuous. These coders. Here we go. Ah, it's right there.
Wow.
That's great.
And so now I think we can use like the expect another new testing API. I think we can use the expect API because like we're actually in a test. We're not like sending commands to the app frame.
Wow, this is so cool, man. So we could wrap this up in a little helper, eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true because we're
gonna be doing this every time, but like sci dot expect JSON to whatever. Okay, cool. So expect assertions.
It's like expect.
Um,
I think we're using chai.
expect object to deep equal. Oh, that's cool. To have nested property. Oh, these are all good. But let's just start with like an okay true, like to equal. What's like the simplest freaking thing?
Like expect users to have
Expect
length of 2.
JSON.users.length to equal.
I think you do length of. Do you even BDD, bro?
Expect users to have length.
It's search length of in the stock. I think that's what it is. And yeah, length of.
At most. It's ridiculous.
Scroll over to the.
It's right there. Have length.
No.
of
I think
two.
no. Scroll.
Right here.
Scroll. Oh, okay. Okay.
Dog.
You have to do to have. Oh, whoops. I'm I have a window covering that part of the screen. Ignore me. Nice. Okay. Yep. Yep. Exactly like I said to have.
Okay. Refresh this bad boy. Loading. Sandbox. Initializing. It took too long. It took too long. I think we should give it a little bit of more time.
Yeah.
I'm okay,
I'm
I'm
wondering
okay
if
with
that's
that
like,
because it's a crazy
yeah.
thing. It's not normal. It's like hitting
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
literally
The
hitting
plunker stuff.
unpackage and right now. So whatever. We have many ways we can optimize this in the future, but right now I care more about it working. Um,
Yep. I
it
agree.
worked. Cypress get timeout.
So while you're searching this, what is
Pass in an options object. I just want to see an example. Probably just right after it, right?
yes, there was up above. There was an example that just said options.
Cool. So loading
This is the one with the timeout. Yeah.
timeout, and the default command timeout is 4,000. So let's do really like 10. Yeah,
10,000.
exactly. Great minds, Ryan. Great minds.
There you go.
Cool.
Nice. Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Okay, cool. So this test is not complete yet because it's relying on what is it? What's that term for ghost, spooky something? Test data that your test relies on that's not declared in the test. Test is a term for it. Like test
Oh,
double or
you're talking about
test. It's
the
implicit
config.
data.
You're saying the
Yes,
config itself.
exactly. Yep, exactly. So we need to.
I mean that is super cool if we can get this.
Well,
working.
we do need to do this because if we want to use these tests to drive the error UI, then we need to be able to edit the config anyways. So,
Yep.
but this is pretty
To
awesome
start,
so far, man. I gotta say, it's pretty cool.
maybe try Googling. I mean, this is like
You try
a 1 in
Googling.
100 shot. I can't. I have Skype taking over my. I'm probably the only computer right now between us that actually can open up Google.
Cypress code mirror.
Like Cyp. Yeah, exactly. Like Code Mirror test or something.
Boom. This is what happens when you use popular tools.
Wow.
Just had time to check out the work in progress inspector. Awesome tool. Hey, hyping it up. That was a comment someone left me in Stack Overflow. Cause see, this is what I told them. Let's just take a little break right here. Just a little quick break. See, this is what I did. I had to say, do all this stuff. Here's the explanation for this horrible API in Mirage that I'm responsible for. So I apologize, and I'll give you my kidney to make you feel better. But basically, you copy this config right here. You visit the work in progress inspector. You wait 15 seconds with no indication of loading, and then you paste it in right here. And now you're going to see your data model after a million seconds over here. Hopefully, we got an invoice and we got a customer, and just like that, there it is. And I was explaining.
Was that slow? Wait.
That was slow because
Is that slowness of Plunker or the live stream?
I don't know.
Okay.
And then check that out. You've got your serializer, and you can now get your invoices, right? Boom, with your customer IDs. That's how he was trying to figure out how to get the foreign keys there. So it's pretty awesome, man.
Dude, this is really cool.
Dude, it's game changer. Honestly, seriously, it really is. And imagine if I could just send a link that already had this config there, So this is going to be so awesome.
Hey, I have a question for you. How long until someone uses a Mirage inspector to write their actual production API and they start making API requests to the inspector?
Right, but it also runs in the browser so far.
I
So
don't
they'd
know.
have to write a service worker to intercept the interceptor, and then respond with like a WebSocket or something like that. It just would be it'd be a little bananas. Um, right here, boom, 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 pre-tag. You need to get the hidden text area instead. Okay, seems pretty easy. Force true. We use force true because the text area is hidden. By default, Cypress won't interact with hidden elements. Wow, if this works, this would be awesome.
Yeah, this is cool. This is like another little helper we could make too.
Exactly.
You're going to open this file one day and it's just going to be all helpers.
So after we make sure that the sandbox is loaded, then we need to click on the config tab. So right now we're defaulting. Let's just default it back because it will be defaulted to config. So let's go here, and database is going to be config active server tab, and then we're going to get code mirror text area, and we're going to type some JavaScript. Let x equals 1. And see what happens. I mean, I'm pretty impressed already with how far we're getting.
Yeah, if this works, this is...
The fact that all these things are working together like this is pretty incredible. Wow. Did you see it?
Wow.
Typing in the code mirror?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was so cool. Oh my gosh,
This
dude.
is, this is going to be a painful test suite if I have to watch it type
I know.
out,
I was just thinking that.
50 Mirage configs.
Oh my gosh.
That is really cool.
Um,
you know how there's like a GraphQL helper and like you made that
yes.
dedent helper.
Yes. Yeah.
Is there like an equivalent for JavaScript that we could use, or do we just do this?
Let's start with this, but this is crazy awesome though. I'm like getting so excited by this.
Yeah.
What is it about testing, man? Yeah, we need this to format though for us. This is not the simplest thing. We need to do like the simplest thing here. User model, create 2 users like this. All right, let's see this. This is ridiculous, man. This thing is gonna take forever.
Oh, it's gonna type.
Oh yeah, we need to get rid of it all. Special character sequence is not recognized. Available sequence are select all, move to start.
Oh, the brackets, the braces mean things like enter and so on. I wonder if there's a way.
Pass the option parse special character is false.
There you go. Yeah, we are definitely getting into helper territory here.
For sure. Also, we need to clear it first.
Is there an option in type?
Look at this. Look at it go. Get your coffee. I'm going to go get another cup of coffee here. Dude, can I make my next like live coding? This is so cool.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, how do we like clear a text area? Like Cypress clear text area. Like basically, yeah, clear text area. Clear. Cool. Clear. And then I do want to get the dedenting in here. It's basically like this, and it's going to look like this. And it should format this. This is like the best.
Do you have dedent installed? Yeah.
Like the best JavaScript
yeah, it really
package
is.
ever. Yep, it's a dependency. That's cool with me, dog. This is seriously cool, man. This is really driving me batty. Maybe this test suite will force us to fix the CSS loading issue too. Expected null not to exist. Clear. Timed out trying clear. It failed because this element is being covered by another element. Force true.
Oh,
It's neat. It's making sure like the user can actually see it. This is like
yeah.
this is really philosophically these guys are really aligned with us.
Yeah, because remember, I think I wrote a test at one point that was
Clear didn't work.
something like should not exist. It didn't work.
Should not exist, and it said should not be visible or something like that.
Yeah, and we changed. We had bike shedded, but we said no. It's like should not exist isn't enough. It needs should not be visible.
Right. It didn't work. Let's try this one. This is pretty cool. Type.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's like a.
Starting to think Cypress is the go to testing frameworks here, man.
It's good.
It's not working. Let's comment all this out. Let's sit here and watch this. I love how fast it is. I can't believe it. Like the loading is slow, but
When are you
select
clearing?
all is
When
not
are you?
working because we're in here.
Yeah, I think we might be getting ahead of. I just Googled this. There was an answer. It said we might be getting ahead of. The thing might not yet be rendered.
What might not be rendered?
Oh, wait, that doesn't make sense.
It's this text area.
Yeah, why doesn't that work? What you did, select all and backspace.
It just could be something with code mirror, you know. Let's do one before it. Does it return promises which you can await? Let's do one before it, like ASDF. And then try to select all. Because I'm pretty sure ASDF is working. Loading. See? See, so
Yep.
select all is not working, and neither is clear. Clear. Clear would be perfect.
Is it the fact that we're like interacting with a text area and that's just making its way to code mirror? So in
Yeah.
Whoa, that was interesting. It looks like you deleted the I.
Yeah, I think because clear is an alias for select all delete. So again, the delete is working, but the select all isn't. We do have a text area, Beth, I guess, because it seems like from an implementation perspective, code mirrors always make sure you have one there anyways. So even though we don't have one that we manage, it seems like it is a detail of it. We're so close. We're so close. Cypress, code mirror, clear text. We're getting really niche now.
Yeah, that's good.
Editor doesn't let us clear it. But we can read the window object, then invoke set value in the editor global.
Yeah, that's what I just saw.
Window.editor. Okay, I'm fine with this. We can always wrap this in a helper later. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
How do they? How is he getting a reference to the editor? Side.window, window.editor. But we don't necessarily have a window.editor, do we?
I don't know. I was going to ask, does Code Mirror create a global? I'd imagine no, because
Yeah, I don't think so.
you can have multiple code mirrors. I mean, we can make an effect, and that effect sets. We have an effect. Just in the effect, do window dot editor equals the editor ref dot current.
Yeah. Ideally, we wouldn't have to change application code
to write a test.
Yeah. There might be CodeMirror might have a way to get the instance from the from the text area, because some of these libraries store some data on those things, and so let's check it out. Oh, code. Code is how you get to the GitHub. It just doesn't say GitHub. It just says code. Come on. We're so close, everybody. Configuration. I need like a query. I need like get from text area. Code mirror. Test clear. Get editor and test. Test helper. Cypress, code mirror, get editor and test. Get code mirror instance. Ah, see?
Oh, cool. Very cool.
I want to see if this is real. Ideally, I would like to see this as a...
in the actual docs.
Yeah, exactly. How about dot code mirror? Nah, shit.
I was capitalized in the other example, right?
Yeah, reset it, exactly. Sometimes I try to do this search and like it doesn't work. Like I was trying to search for and the other day. Damn. Let's see here. They did it off the text area or off a dot code mirror? Dot code mirror. Shit.
Yeah, we'd basically use our data test ID to get a reference.
Does dot then, how do you get the actual element? Cypress get element?
I think you can dot then a get.
You can dot them directly off of a get.
Yeah, I think the first element is it's third debugger in, but I think the first argument is the element, the DOM element.
Man, time flies when you're pairing with your pals.
I know this is taking forever.
Always the cynic. Yep, we got a jQuery guy here.
Oh, is that it?
There we go. All right, I guess it works.
Wow.
I'm fine with that.
And then try it. Is there like a clear option? How do you actually clear it?
Well, we have a debugger right now, so I think I'm just going to do what this guy did in the Stack Overflow. Set value.
Set value.
All right, let's see if this works. Did you know I'm a drummer, Ryan?
I do now.
I stopped a little early. It was very anticlimactic. Damn, set value of undefined. Oh,
Get that debugger
yeah,
back.
it's a selector. It's like this. The first argument, the return value is an array. It's a document query selector. All. It's not a query selector.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Boom.
Wow.
Awesome. So we'll end up putting this in a helper, but for this time, we can do this. And now we get to watch this thing. Everyone get your coffee out. Get your coffee out. Time to watch our beginner programmer write their first program right here. All right, clear the text area. Import. Yep, I am. This is like Ryan. This is actually like Ryan. This guy is probably faster than Ryan, actually.
I was going to say, if this was
there's
me.
no doubt is faster than Ryan.
Dude, if this was me, there'd be 45 typos by now. Ooh, I like the tab spacing, though.
Why is it so bad?
Yeah, why is it? Does ddent like automatically convert
spaces to tabs or something like
yeah,
like
something like that?
I don't know, but this is like the coolest thing ever.
It's bringing me back to my PHP days.
Exactly. Dude, there is a computer writing Mirage code. It's really neat. Look at that. Get the request. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
That is really cool. We built Mirage AI.
Exactly.
I think we have what we need to raise funding.
Yeah. Just go to the pitch, turn on a video, watch the computer both implement and then hit your API for you without you writing anything. We've truly commoditized back-end development right now.
Yeah.
Cypress is just going to write all the world's APIs forever. The problem is it only types like 25 words per minute, and so you just you need to wait a while. This is so neat. This is super cool. Let's see if there's an option to type that like lets you speed it up.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Actually, I think I saw a delay or something in the docs, and it's like 10 milliseconds.
Cool. I'm also sure that in like CI mode they don't do any of that stuff, right?
I don't know, because I think the video, I think in one of the videos you can actually see the typing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. What was it, delay? Yeah. Okay.
Were you gonna give yourself a cookie?
Yeah. A little piece of candy.
You wanted to make sure everyone on the stream knew that. You're like, hey, wait, was it? You definitely saw it on my screen. Like you 100% saw it. You're like, hey, Sam, really quick, I have something important to tell you. Was it delay? The thing, was it what I said it was?
Can we rewind the stream back to hear what I said? Because I think I said that. No, I have my Nest camera covering the bottom right of the screen because I've been expecting a delivery today between 9 and 5.
Because you're a paranoid quarantiner.
between 9 and 5, and it's now 4:10, and I'm pretty sure it's just not going to come today.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
My delay didn't seem to work. Maybe I need to do a delay of 1. What's your package? Is it something that's safe for stream, or is it not safe for stream?
Getting new closet doors.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
This is not working. Delay. It's just straight up not working. I'm so confused. Does it need to be a string? Like, it's not doing anything differently. Do you know what I mean, Ming? Do you know?
Yeah. Also, going from 10 to 1 doesn't seem
Wait,
like this is taking way longer than.
let's see if it really. Let's really see if it works here.
Yeah. There you go.
This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be my new Friday night here. I'm just gonna pull up my favorite test from the Mirage JS test suite. Slow that delay way down. No, it's not doing anything.
No, yeah.
Let's see if it's because of CodeMirror weirdness. Dude, the saving and reloading is almost instantaneous. It's really awesome. Oh god, but we're gonna have to sit here and watch this thing. Okay, let's just get this step actually. I can't do it. This is literally like pairing with you and watching you look at your keyboard and type. Hunt and peck.
Nice.
You would think, or Ryan, an decades plus experienced programmer, would not hunt and peck. Delay is straight up not doing jack crap.
There's like, I think there's other APIs that aren't type that are like, basically the equivalent of Ember's fill in. I think there might be like a fill.
This is so cool that you can do this. That's so awesome. Arguments, string. Why is this documentation so confusing? We know. Okay, there it is. The signature. Hello. We know that these are working. To simulate how a very fast user types. Really? Are we on an old version of Cypress?
I think I just updated it. Yeah. 4 just came out.
Keystroke delay?
Did you yarn install? Because I did just update this like Friday or Thursday.
Yeah. I do not understand.
Man, type is really good because it's as close to what users are going to be doing.
Yeah.
So I'm finding other APIs, like you can call invoke, and then you can like fill in the value and then trigger a change or something.
Mm-hmm.
But, more like how Ember testing works.
Right. Well, this kind of sucks. Um, for now, let's do this. Um, so we can write
Yeah.
tests.
Okay.
Um, it saddens me.
I can post something on Cypress GitHub.
Oh, much better. Much, much better. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. It just bothers the snot out of me. There we go. Users. Send that request off, sucker. Oh, it didn't work. Let's get rid of this thing.
Yeah. So you got to do. There's a way to do this, but it's the Ember
Okay,
testing.
there we go. Awesome. Let's not worry about it for now.
Okay. Yeah, nice. This worked. I have not been watching.
Yes,
your
it
screen.
did. Yep. Awesome. Wow, this is really, really, really cool, man. Maybe we should just go ahead and write a helper so when we fix it, it doesn't get all over our place. Is it really easy to write
Yeah.
helpers? What are they, commands?
Yeah, commands, and I think unless I deleted it, there might be a example.
Delay with 0 did not work.
I think it's the key presses still take time. I found an issue. The key presses still take time. So you're delaying between the key presses, but the key presses themselves still eat up time.
Okay, so first of all, dude, we are gonna have multiple code mirror instances because we're gonna have one for the post body over here. So we're gonna want to make this more specific eventually, but our little command here is gonna need to work off of this guy if it can.
Okay. Yeah.
Is this possible to make a command like this? Fill in, type in code mirror. How does this even work? Or do we have to do something like sci.type in code mirror, and then we pass in like a dot code mirror?
No, I think we can do it with get.
We can do it off of get.
I think so, because all the other commands chain off of get.
Let's try it. Let's try adding a type in code mirror thing.
Yeah, and I'm going to pull up docs.
Log hello from command.
So I think
hello from command. It worked.
Yep. And then now
what
I think
arguments do we get? Why don't I just do a debugger here? Log out the old.
You're going to get three arguments. You're going to get a name.
This is not going to work.
Yeah, do ... args. Yep. I think you're going to get a name, this actual function, and then you're going to get options. And then options is going to have something called like previous, and that's going to be the chain.
Oh, cool.
And it looks like you get no arguments.
Oh, wow. Do I need to do function? Oh, I didn't. But that's what you're saying. It should be. I shouldn't have to pass anything in right here. I should get it. Huh? That's weird. Isn't that weird?
Oh, but I guess it's not weird because this is sync, right? So we need to do.
Oh,
There is a way to make this happen
so we
because
otherwise we'll have to do something stupid like this. Psi dot r type in code mirror
yeah.
L like this. Which why not just wrap it up already if we can? We could just be a little
You know what?
sloppy to start and just do this. Right?
I think
And then do it.
yeah, I think we should let's start. Yeah, let's start. Yes.
Okay.
Agreed.
So this is going to be the selector and the text. And this is going to do all this jazz.
Okay. I found out how to do it.
Did you?
Yeah,
Don't
when
lead
you're
me
adding
down.
the
Don't
command,
lead me down the wrong path and make me redo this, Toronto.
when you're adding the command, add an argument between in the commands file, in between the name of the command and the callback, add an options argument, and then do prev and then capital S subject colon true. And this is going to say that it's like a chained command. And then the first argument is going to be the subject. So I think that's going to be like the actual, yeah, there you go.
First, I thought you were having me spell out perv, and I was like, dude, if this is all just to pull a prank on me in live stream, come over to Jersey and beat you down.
This whole inspector was an elaborate.
Beat you down. I'm excited to have my second meal here soon. I've been skipping breakfast.
Nice.
There it is.
Oh, cool. So it worked. And then I think any other arguments you pass in will be like applied on next.
Nice.
So it all just looks like a single argument function.
Pretty awesome. So the first argument is the query all, which itself is a query all, and so this is basically the first argument here is it's the like query all, it's the else, and then the second is our text.
They call it in their guides. They call it the subject. So maybe just go with that.
Okay, but that's
else is equally as vague.
But subject could be like whatever this is, right? It could be like visit,
yes.
But in our case, it's always going to be the result of a document.query selector all. You see what I'm saying? So it's a set of elements.
Okay, so you would never visit and type in code mirror.
Exactly. So it's elements. So I think this is going to be good. Elements. Just like this, right? Elements. I think this is it.
Cool.
This is really cool. Julio, can you make me a coffee, please? I'd like a coffee. A cappuccino, actually. I just told my butler to make me a cappuccino. There it goes. There it is. It did it. But it didn't return.
And their examples, they always return out of these helpers.
It did continue. It did change it. Look, it's working. For some reason.
Oh, do we have to wait for the loading to go away again?
Oh, because we're changing the config. Oh, yeah. Yes. Nice. So we have another bug that we found, basically.
We've written we have one test. We've written like 6.
Yeah. Well, it's a good test. Okay, now we can get this trash out of here. I'm going to drop it right here. For later. And so, yeah, we need to show loading. I told you this was going to take 5 minutes. That's all right. That's all right. I'm going to keep that one in the back pocket for me when I need a favor from you.
I just wanted to get you started writing tests. I knew once you started, once you got 2 minutes into it, we'd be down that road.
It's the habit thing. It's the habit thing. I've been reading Atomic Habits, and it has this thing about that. Okay, so when
is that habit chaining? Katie's reading it and dropping all this.
Yeah, habit chain and habit stacking and all the
habit stack. Yeah.
So we actually just need to go back to our request and our inspector. And right here, we just need to set sandboxes ready to false.
Cool.
Let's set it before.
And then we'll get a new DB again. We'll get another DB command.
We should. Yeah, DB is basically right now a proxy for the whole thing, and eventually it'll just be like get the whole server, and that's like we know it's ready because we have like the serialized server instance.
Yep.
Loading. Config update. Loading. Yeah. Okay, so we just need to wait for it now. I think it works. Back to the spec. So we type in code mirror, and then we wait again for it not to exist. This is so cool, man. I think a lot of the async waiting stuff that Cypress is doing out of the box is making this really nice because there would be a lot of extra code we'd have to write. I hate that this scrolls as soon as it changes. Oh, there we go. It like scrolls. Boom.
Wow.
Oh man, that's really neat.
Why do we get 2 assertions on length of 2? Oh, to have property length and to be 2. Okay.
Also, we don't actually care this first time around that the thing has loaded before we start editing the config.
Correct. Yeah.
So we can get rid of that.
Because
you could imagine it taking a long time and then it just gets thrown away once the user starts editing the config.
Now, I was going to ask, is there a way we can visit the inspector and have code mirror not be ready?
Well,
is there a...
that would mean that code mirror is like async when it instantiates itself. I guess we would find that out if so, right?
Yeah. We should wait. Yeah, we should wait till we have a failure.
Or even if it is, I guess this guy's already going to do a little bit of async, right? Sci.get code mirror is already going to do a little bit of async stuff.
Oh yeah, sci.get code mirror is going to have a timeout.
Exactly.
So it's like literally going to wait for code mirror. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier. Like I think the reason this has been for the most part very smooth is because a lot of
Ah,
these things are like has this async nature built into it, so we're not having to write a ton of the kinds of code that we would have to, in a normal setup.
wait for and
Yeah,
all that.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly.
See, I'm not even. Yeah, you're beyond me because I'm not even thinking at that
Oh,
level
I
yet.
know, buddy.
I'm still in the old days, the olden days.
No, this is really really cool stuff. Does our header fix? Like, what is this about?
Did you change that? I know it's something you wanted to do.
Oh, it does that on mobile. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I haven't even done this thing for like mobile yet. Like the design, it's literally just for. Wait, why does this
I think it's something you wanted to
really?
do. Yeah.
Looks around suspiciously. Wait. Oh yeah, I guess it was for this page. Okay, we'll get rid of that probably. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because these things are going to be independently scrollable, but it just is a little weird. Oh, cool. Now there's a little loading indicator. And if we change the stuff, nice. This is really cool, man.
Yeah.
It kind of is annoying that it takes that long, but maybe in production it'll be faster. Ryan, Bobian, Banana, Fana, Fofian, Sam wants to drinky right now. There you are, buddy. All right. This is
Nice.
so cool. Um, we have a test for the inspector, and this is really neat,
Yeah,
man.
really good.
I have a hard stop pretty soon, but
Okay.
it would be really cool if we could get like one little bit of air handling in here and try to write a test for it. What do you think?
Yeah, what's your hard stop? 5?
Yeah, but I want to stop a little bit. But yeah, I guess yes. I mean, if I can go up till 5. Um,
Okay.
let's see how far we can get. So
Yeah, let's write the test first and
yeah,
then uh
I need to commit all this stuff. Um, what is Cypress fixtures? Example.json.
oh, I think when you run the Cypress command, the Cypress command sets up your app, and I think I just deleted all this.
It just must have
Um
regenerated it. I see. Hey,
yeah, I
hey,
think yeah.
you know what's a great way to mock data for responses to routes?
Yeah. Cypress
Mirage is,
fixtures.
buddy.
I like it.
Um, Mirage.js is a great way to mock data. Um, Adds test for inspector. Dude, this is seriously awesome. Um, I'm like seriously nerding out
Yeah.
about what we've done here so far. It's really cool. Um, okay, it works. That's true. That is a good test. Um,
You can also do screenshot at any point,
yeah,
and
yeah,
these
yeah,
will be in
yeah.
Percy.
I know. We'll do it one. We'll do a couple of them for sure. It shows like a parsing error, um, and we're gonna type in something that's like invalid, um, like this.
Yeah, this is great.
And I don't want to write the rest of this test right now because I need to explore a little bit in the code because I've already written this in the other one, and so I need to figure out like all this stuff.
Ah, right, because we're gonna have new test IDs
The
and
UI is just not even there yet.
yep, yep, totally.
Yeah. Um, I had a little red bar show up down here, but let's start with just getting some feedback from the actual thing. I'm actually going to stop Cypress, I think. Goodbye, Cypress. I don't know where you are. Are you right here? I think this is you. Yeah. Cool. Um, All right, got some of my resources back here. All right, so over here in the iframe shell, we basically need to get, there's a way to get, yeah. Right, this is loading because it never finishes because it has a problem. Error.
Right, because we were never sending out a Mirage DB.
Runtime error, send message. It might be this guy right here. Runtime error. Unhandled, yeah. Unhandled rejection. Mirage request. And then here's like the weird stuff with the logging, which we'll want to bring back because that way you can show the logs from the iframe in like a UI, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, not seeing anything here, Peter. Let's try this again. Peter, what's happening? Custom levels. Warnings. Hey, Peter. I'm writing JavaScript. Mirage error. Here, let's do this guy. Import error. I bet this is it. Because this is when the runtime tries to import the code that we wrote. Give it to me. Boom. There it is.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, send message. So we just need to handle the Mirage error. Let's make this a little more descriptive, yeah? This is like a...
Do whatever you want here. I feel like we don't know
yeah.
and these are just going to change.
I agree.
So you can even say Mirage runtime error.
Even if that's not really like, yeah, that's fine. Runtime error. Over back in inspector. For some reason, when I can only say that word with a Russian accent. Else if data type is Mirage runtime error, set last runtime error. Yeah. So last error, last runtime error. So oh, right. So when I did this the first time, this is not actually a runtime error. That's why this is like a parse error. Runtime error.
Runtime error.
Like, yeah, throw in the
a request handler.
Exactly, has a bug that or like undefined is not a function, something like that. So this is more like a build time. This is build error. What I had before? What did I have before? Runtime. Build error. I don't know. Parse error.
Yeah. What is import doing? Because you're catching off of import.
It's literally trying to run this code right here, which is then gonna fake import app, which is coming from the config editor. So it's having a hard time parsing it. It is a runtime from the perspective of our code, but from the perspective of this being like an editor, it is actually like a parse. It's a parse error.
Yep. Okay.
It's a pre-build. It's like a yeah.
Parse is good.
So let's do like just so much using state. Love using all this state. Parse error. Last parse error. I don't know why I did that. I think it was to help me understand, but set parse error. No. You know what, this actually would be a good thing for like a state machine eventually, because this was starting to get pretty gnarly before. But
yeah, yep.
Because we're gonna be resetting all this state and stuff, and it's like it might actually be a good time to try it out.
Yeah.
Next time, set parse error data dot message. And then basically in the bottom of server here, so we've got server, config database. It's in config. So it really should be down here. So this is a flex call. Yep, this seems pretty good. So this is going to be like a background red 500, and it's going to be an error. And it's going to be like margin top auto. There it is down there. It's going to be like text white, padding 8, font bold. Computer still struggling. Padding X 4, padding Y 3. Font bold. What do I call it? Parse error?
Yep.
Man, this thing says 7 on it. If there's 7 people still with us right now, God bless you all. God bless you all. Just give me your addresses. I'm going to write each one of you $1,000 check. All right. Error. Let's see here. ASDF. Loading. Boom. Blow up. Objects are not valid as React children. Oh, okay, cool. All right, we're getting there. Data.message. So let's throw a debugger here. Also, this is going to be, oh, this is interesting. This is going to set sandbox is ready. Nice, Robin. Sticking with us the whole time, buddy. We wouldn't be here without you, man. You know that's true. You know that's true. Yes. I'll give it to you once Mirage Inspector IPOs. Mirage Inspector will IPO. Stop talking to your dog, Ryan. Everyone tell Ryan to stop talking to his dog. Everyone tell Ryan to stop talking to his dog. Did your dog just bring you food? Did your dog just bring you food?
Do you think
You're ignoring me over here. I'm
people
all alone. And you start talking to your dog instead of me, which always hurts my feelings when you do that. And then all of a sudden, food. You know what is so funny about all my friends who are married? Food just magically comes into their room whenever we're working. And I'm the one who's hungry. Julio still hasn't brought me my salmon yet or my cappuccino. And you got food just magically appearing from the right side of your screen. That's incredible, man. I got to learn. Programming doesn't solve that problem. That's a good one. I got to learn how to do that trick.
Yep.
Single ladies out there? Any single ladies listening to the stream? Oh my gosh. ASDF. We hit the breakpoint. All need a Julio, that's for sure. How has Katie been doing on Animal Crossing?
I don't know. Like, I just ask her if she can explain it to me. I'm waiting for that. She's like, you just do things. You just run around and do tasks and do more tasks.
It's like no one can do their normal errands.
Yeah.
In the real world, so they bought a game where they can do it.
She's like, it's pretty good for passing time.
All right, I think we can two-string this thing. My Julio is the seamless button on my phone, which I'm very comfortable pressing these days. God, that is an ugly, ugly error bar right there. Check it out.
Wow.
All right, so we want this thing to be, it's a pre-tag actually, because it's formatted. Uh, so pre this bad boy. It's gonna get rid of the semi-bold rubbish here. I'm actually gonna do text small, I think. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Text extra small, font medium. Whoa. Whoa,
Yeah.
code.
Wow.
It got my save, but you know what just happened? Did you see what happened in my editor? How the code did that?
Yeah, I did. What
So
happened? I
this
don't
is
know
what
what happened, but I
happened.
did see.
I oh, alerts when Tailwind UI, great idea. What happened was I was typing and then I hit save. And when I hit save, save is a VS Code command that automatically saved, and the the headwind code extension that I use automatically resorted my classes. But my typing keystrokes were behind because the way code's architecture works is that extensions run on a separate thread, and I use Vim. So when I type normally, yeah, headwind. When I type or something like that, I can't remember what it's called. When I type normally, it shells out to an extension to interpret my Vim commands and then inputs the text. But when I hit save, it didn't have to. It just worked on the main thread, so it got behind. It got behind that. It's just ridiculous, man. It's like
So you have like a race condition
yes,
between your extension formatting and your
not
saving.
even formatting. It was the extension interpreting my keystrokes, and then the save
Aha.
thing happened first. So it jumped my cursor after Headwind resorted the classes, and then I was typing in the wrong spot. To me, I get them wanting to be safe. Look at this. This color is different. What am I? Absolute monster? Just an absolute monster. Golly, what is wrong with me? I've been drinking too much. What is this? 600. To me, I get them wanting to make it so that when you install a third-party extension, that it doesn't crash your editor, which is like the whole idea behind this design. But code is a text editor. Like it is about editing text. If my editor can't edit text um, in a way that I like, then I'm gonna murder someone. Okay, this is looking a little bit better. Let's go red 500. Robin said I should check out Tailwind UI. Aw, that's adorable. And my browser has crashed. Tailwind UI alert. Interesting. This might not be exactly what we're looking for. Oh, this is a pretty cool actually. Oh wow. Boom.
Yeah. Are there any ones that are like fixed?
We don't want to list. We really just have. It's really just this. But I like the oh cool little link here. What if you pressed a link and it opened your code in the debugger? Oh, we're running out of time. 9 minutes. I really wanted to get this tested. This is cool. Why don't we bring this in next time? But the icon is really cool. A cool
Yeah.
idea. I mean, yeah, this is basically what we want right here. I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe the soft red with the darker red text will be good. Oh, we don't
Yeah.
have Tailwind UI in this. Damn. They actually have a whole new color palette and everything. We should just do. We should probably make the changes at some point to start taking advantage of all the cool stuff that they have in here because I agree that's pretty awesome.
I've in the last two things
I have wanted
I
it.
put together, I just dropped Tailwind UI in
Oh,
there.
nice.
I figure that I'm going to need that form stuff and the colors, and I don't even want to understand it. So
Yeah. Maybe I can crib their design here and go light on the background and instead of text white. do if I could have my computer back, that'd be very nice. Be very nice of you. Um, oh, so slow. Text red 700, 800. I actually don't like this that much. 600. Maybe the background's what's wrong.
Yeah,
Background red
background's very
200.
pale.
Like 100, 200. Font semi-bold. I'm gonna stick with the red and white for now.
Yeah.
I think I want it to stand out a lot, you know. Dude, did I tell you I tried to use React Motion the other day? We should actually stream about that. Parse.
Oh, cool.
I
In the video that I'm making, I used React Spring, and it was super easy
really
because I already paid my
yeah.
dues.
Well, I haven't paid him for React Motion yet, so I lost all this time again. It's so funny, man. It's like no matter which one of these libraries we use.
I think React Motion. I'm happy you're doing React Motion. I don't think for the type of stuff that we do, I don't think React Spring scales.
Yeah, text white. The problem background red. Let's go back to 600, right? The problem I was running into was like collapse. It's always the same thing, basically trying to make like a collapse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
that
not
looks fine.
bad.
AS is not defined. Dude, is this awesome?
Yeah.
We're like reinventing Code Sandbox. We're like, why don't you just use
Dude,
Code Sandbox? Yeah, this is super cool. So when you type something new, should the alert go away? Probably, right? I think it should.
Yeah.
Handle input change. So this we should definitely do a state machine here next time. I think this would be really good. I watched some of a course. Set parse error to false to null, or undefined, I guess. Null.
No, I mean you started off
Did I?
as null.
Oh yeah, I did. Is null make sense?
Yeah.
Or? Okay, loading. Boop. Okay. Loading. There's the error. Why didn't the loading needs to go away? Oh yeah, because we didn't do that. That's fine. Let x equals 1. Cannot read property. Oh yeah, this is expecting like a server. Awesome, man. This is great though.
Oh.
This is a parse error. So this is valid JavaScript, and we're seeing something different now. So this is yeah. We can start distinguishing between these kinds of things, but
like we can do like a try catch around
exactly.
this, and if we don't get a server object, then we can send out a different type of error. No Mirage
exactly.
server
You must export an instance of a Mirage server from your config or whatever. Set sandbox is ready to true.
Yeah, this is so funny. There's definitely a state machine here because we're just, throwing sandboxes ready into all these if statements.
For sure, man, for sure. Beth asked which state machine course I watched. I just made my first Egghead video, so I was poking around at some of the new courses there. And Kyle Shevlin, I think his name is, has a course on state machines there. And I just, out of curiosity, kind of pressed it. And like before I knew it, I had watched half of it because it's really good and really short videos. And he has like this light bulb that can be toggled on and off, and it can be broken. So he starts with booleans the way we're doing it, and you toggle it, and it's like it's on, it's off, and then you call like dot break, and it's broken, and then you toggle it again, and it's like on. You're like, wait a second, it's broken. So then you have to add all these checks. Like if I call dot toggle, like if it's not broke, then I switch the state. Otherwise, I just return broken state. So by the end, you have like it's really fast, and you have stuff code that looks exactly like this basically, and then he does it, refactors it to a state machine. So pretty cool stuff. And I think this would be a really good use case for it. Okay, so let's see. ASDF, loading, not defined, and then if we type again, it's loading again. Cool. This is awesome. So,
and paste back the original server.
Oh yeah.
Do you have it in your clip?
Yeah. So let's do ASDF, and then let's paste it back in. Loading. Boom. This is awesome, man. Dude, we could even just have a little. We could even put a little status bar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because we want
here.
If you're looking at that, if you're looking at the loading thing, and then your eyes have to go down the bottom to see the error.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right, let's write a little test for this really quick. In 2 minutes, let me just tell this guy I'm going to be like. I have to pair with someone. I'm just going to see if they can hold off for 10 minutes.
Did you want me? I was going to say, you want me to message him so you don't have to juggle this?
I just pulled up Slack right here. While I'm waiting, why don't I just open up Yarn again? They call me the juggler. Did you know that? My first job.
That would be the worst villain name ever.
Inspector. Is there it only?
It only?
Let's try it.
Oh yeah, yes, I think so. Actually, I don't know.
Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. Cool. ASDF. Okay, so then we're going to wait for loading to go away. Man, this is, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. And then let's give parse error. The old test ID, data test ID equals parse error. So if you see a parse error in the DOM, it means your JavaScript code was not parsed and you may not continue. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, wait, I want to use my little guy here. Open my selector plugin. Man, this stuff is sophisticated. Let me tell you, back in my day, I had to write data test selectors myself, but now I just click this little here button, just like that. And if I know how to paste, what do I do? Text content. Then how do I do this? Contains.
Yeah, I think you can do contains.
This is so cool, man. Okay, my code is really far behind now. Parse error contains ASDF.
I mean, can you just?
It's pretty neat.
If this passes.
Did it pass?
Yeah, I don't know. Why is there no assertion there?
Let's do AASDF. I guess it did. Does
I wonder
contains
if you
not
need to
assert?
do. Yeah, I don't know. It would be good for us to learn when to do like should.
I mean, I think we need to do should because that's an assertion.
So maybe contains is like a waiter
Yeah, yeah.
and
Include, expect, text. How do like contains? Yeah. See, it just should should contain. ASDF is not defined. My alt tab moved over there. That's funny to my laptop. There we go. All right, so I'm going to change this guy up here. Should contain 200.
so I have a question. So the idea is when we use contains, that's like a waiter, something like I can't move on to the next step until this thing contains something. But then when we use should, that's because we're actually asserting.
You will commonly use these chainers after using DOM commands like get and contains. So I think contains get the DOM element containing the text. It's just another way to. I see. It's just another way to get the DOM element that contains the text. It's like get by content.
Okay, so
That's
that
pretty
okay.
cool. So you like get the button that contains the text save. You know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Awesome. Wow, look at that. 2 passing tests. Guys, this is a smashing success.
Really cool. Can you add an R to the error on line 42? An arrow.
Yes.
Sounds Italian.
Awesome. Oh, we did it. We did it. We're going to make $1 million. I can't wait. All right, I do got
This is really
cool. I do got to run. Hey, thanks so much for joining us, everyone. Everyone for chiming in, helpful suggestions and everything. It's really cool, and it makes this super fun to work
Super
on.
helpful.
So we're definitely gonna be here next Tuesday again. We're gonna be doing this every Tuesday. Potentially, we'll see if we can get another day in this week because I'm really excited about this project. But we'll see. But if not, we'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.